Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of My Hero, My Life. Today we got an exciting topic to talk about, but I'm not alone. Today we have 868 Victoria. Check out her channel. I'm going to have a link down in the description. She's going to be helping me today as we talk about this really exciting topic of what if Todoroki became a villain? With that being said, let's do this. So, Victoria, with this kind of concept, the first question I wanted to kind of think about is, what would cause Todoroki to become a villain? Like, what do you think would cause this?
Okay, so from the sports fest, you realize one of the things that changed him was how Deku was talking to him. But before that, he didn't really have like a solid kind of motivation to being a hero. I think mostly it was he wanted to be a hero different from his dad. And compared to all the other heroes in his class, well, students in his class, it wasn't really as strong as that. If Deku didn't really get through to him, a villain might have caused him to become into a villain too. Since he didn't really have like a really concrete like motivation.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I was thinking, just kind of like what you were saying, this hatred for his dad would kind of push him over the edge. And, he would just want nothing to do with his dad. He want nothing to do with Endeavor. And so therefore want to go to the flip side and do the exact opposite route. And I actually think this concept of Todoroki being a villain is actually not that far-fetched. Like, I mean, this is something they could have done for sure because of how brutal his dad is.
And like he had every reason to hate his dad.
Right. And therefore hate hero work in general.
Yeah.
So what do you think would make Todoroki a good villain?
I think like the flashiness of his quirk, because a lot of villains don't really have like flashy quirks like heroes that have All Might and Endeavor and all.
Right.
They have like all these flashy quirks. The only villains we see so far with like flashy quirks would have to be Dabi and Muscular, and like Shigaraki right now has a flashy quirk, but other than that, most are like normal ones. So if Todoroki was to become a villain, he have this half cool, half hot with the fire and ice. It real flashy, so people might look up to him, more villains might look up to him, see him as strong as All For One. He might be able to get more followers.
No, that's good. I like that. One of the things I was thinking about is that what stands out to me about Todoroki as a villain is kind of the same thing about what you were just saying, that flashy quirk. You made a really good point. A lot of the villains don't seem to have as amazing of a quirk. It's typically like the big guys, like Overhaul. Like he has a sick quirk. But the other guys were okay. But, so this would make Todoroki a top boss when it comes to being a bad guy. But I think that his deep hatred towards his dad would actually make him a lot more like Stain. That he would, hate people that are gunning for fame, people that are gunning for reputation. I don't think that he would despise people helping people as much as the reason of why they're doing it. I think that's what would cause him to kind of want to hunt down number one heroes. Like, hey, maybe he would make, hey, the top 10 are the people I'm trying to kill. Why? Because they're gunning for fame and reputation, and I feel like that's not valuable. I feel like that's stupid. Because, again, you got to think of how he grew up.
Yeah. Like, I was thinking that, too. He might most likely be someone like Stain in truth.
Yeah. No, that's good. Let's see. So, what would Todoroki's villain name be? And what do you think his objectives would be?
I think it might stay, and this hero name is show too. I think it might stay that because he's not like as dramatic, so he might not change it to something as dramatic as like a dramatic villain name. He might keep it simple like that, and also like probably to spite his dad, because then everybody would know Shoto is Endeavor's son, turn into a villain. His objective, like you say, might be something like saying like to kill heroes who are like his dad, who want to be a hero for fame and money, and not to actually help people like All Might.
Right. That's good. I was thinking of, when I was trying to think of this name, at first I was trying to think of, like, how can you base it off of his quirk? And obviously being called Icy Hot is not a cool name at all.
Yeah.
So I tried to focus more on, like, what is his objective? Well, his objective is to end this concept of heroes trying to go for fame and fortune. So I just wanted to call him Ender. The one that ends this kind of thing. And as I already talked about before, he'd be focused on just taking down these top-notch heroes. I don't see him being like an evil guy like Shigaraki or even Overhaul for that. I think he's just a guy that's like, hey, there is a system in place that I disagree with, and I'm trying to take it down. Very similar to Stain.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I got one more question. How do you think this would change the timeline of My Hero Academia?
it might probably make it more drama to it, I guess. So more, it might be a little bit more emotional
Mm-hmm.
and more like have more fight scenes because that's a student. So most of the other students probably would probably like care for him a bit more. And if he was to become a villain, they might want to like try to change him or something like that.
I was thinking that there's kind of two options here. Option number one is he never goes to UA because he's like, no, I don't want to be a hero. I don't want to be like my dad. I don't want to be that. And so he completely rejects it, leaves home, and kind of does his own thing being a villain in the darkness of the streets, in dark
Oh
alleys and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So that's option one. Or option two is that he does go to UA like everybody else, but without anybody knowing he's doing villain work outside of school hours. And with that thought, maybe Todoroki would actually be the traitor that they've talked about that's been kind of happening at school. And that would be a really cool development throughout the story as, his friends start to learn that Todoroki has this hidden side, this hidden life, and it's actually causing all the students a lot of harm. And so I just think that'd be really interesting and a really unique
Yeah, I
take to
didn't
go
even
with it.
think of that. That's actually a really cool thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you so much again, Victoria, for joining us. Guys, if you have not checked out her channel, make sure you go check it out. I'm going to have right up here, there should be a box to go check out her channel or go down in the description. There'll be a link. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next time.